don't know if I've been out of the loop for such a long time that I didn't know this existed, but apparently Russ, the Russ of the songs Russ, he writes books, and I read one. Let's talk about it. Please don't mind the bootleg GMM intro. I literally did not plan it and didn't think about it until I said it, and then I was like, oh my god, I need to watch GMM again. This was unintentional. I found the book and I was like, it's all in your head. Oh, it sounds like a self-help book. And I'm planning to do a self-help marathon, readathon really. So I just like put it in my to be read, TBR piles. And then I started reading it and I listened to it and the voice sounds familiar, and then there was music, and then I was like, oh my god, it's Russ, it's the Russ. And then I was like, what the hell, did I not connect the fucking dot? And then I did, and I kept listening to it, and I need to talk to someone about it because it wasn't that bad. At first I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be hilarious. And then I was like, this is gonna be bullshit. I'm gonna make a video out of it and I'm gonna be so fucking mean, right? And then I kept listening and I was like, okay, another corny celebrity telling about manifesting and their wealth or whatever. And all of that, none of those fucking ideas lasted. Let's talk about it. It's called It's All in Your Head by Russ. And first of all, I love the cover. I don't know, the simplicity of it, maybe the black and yellow. I just like the cover. I like how easy it is, how it's just simple, and I love how simple it is. Okay, starting. I thought this was funny as fuck. I don't know why. He just like his accent and the way he was speaking, and I've listened to the audiobook, and I would advise you to listen to it and not read it because he makes it 100% so much better. Like so much better. He adds to it and his accent, and it just feels so freaking simple, like so easy, and it feels like a conversation. It puts me like to another point actually. This didn't feel like a book by celebrity. It just felt like a fucking conversation. I'm like super shocked. He starts by saying, oh, there you go, another celebrity writing another book. Like my initial thoughts were like, okay, another fucking wealthy celebrity writing a book about how to get wealthy as a way to get more wealthy by writing the book that everyone is gonna buy, thinking that they're gonna get wealthy. But he says, I want this to be useful to you. And it actually feels like that. It feels like he actually wanted this to be useful to people, and he actually like wholeheartedly wanted this to be helpful, and it honestly feels heartfelt. Around like a few pages in, 10 or something, I was like, okay, like he started talking about the stuff that he gets, and the like repeating the double platinum this, and this record got that and that or whatever, and I was like, okay, here we go. But somehow that thought didn't last more than 5 seconds. Somehow I don't mind it with this one, because it doesn't start like, I did it and like, blah blah blah. It wasn't like unrealistic. It was literally, this is where I was, this is where I am now. I didn't think I was shit, but I just, like, it was literal what happened, like literally what happened step by step. And somehow the combination of that and how it was done, I didn't mind the fact that he like kept like bragging about his stuff. And honestly, you did it, like brag about it, you know, like you got there, brag about it. Like that's like the least you can do. There were some things that I was still like, felt super cringed by it, like the bragginess, the cockiness. It just felt a little bit cringy to me. And sometimes it would go so well, and then he would say something like, fuck everyone who tells you to be humble. Being humble is the stupidest thing ever. Like, be cocky. Fuck it, I'm cocky. What are you gonna do about it? Like, that's, like, sometimes it gets a little cringe. But apart from it being mostly corny, like, the points that I didn't give it, it's because it was, like, corny. It's, like, nothing, like, special or whatever, like, every other self-help book. It didn't have anything special other than the fact that it actually felt heartfelt, which is so freaking like rare to do with a book like this. If working at McDonald's is what you need to do, then that's what you gotta do. But I like that. I like that because there are so many like manifesting self-help books that like completely diminish the idea of working a certain job or doing a certain thing, right? And it's just like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like diminishes that and only focuses on like, you can have a private jet, you can have $1 million tomorrow, you can do this, you can do that, you can, like, it focuses on that without really thinking realistically, and that doesn't happen here. Like, we're realistic. He's literally telling you if you need to work at a McDonald's and save 50% of what you get paid, or like 10%, if you need to work at a McDonald's and save 10% of what you get paid, and your dream is gonna happen 20 years from now, that's what you're gonna do. That's what it's gonna happen. And I like that. Like, there are so many books that tell you can have whatever you want in life. You can claim whatever you want in life without actually telling you that you gotta also do this, and you gotta also like kind of work shitty jobs to get where we are, and like you gotta do stuff, you gotta sacrifice things and do things and change this, and like they don't talk about this at all. They're literally, you can cure cancer if you laugh. Literally. I still am mad at The Fucking Secret. It literally tells you can cure cancer if you like. I'm not even gonna talk about it anymore. Like, I fucking hate that book. But this doesn't do that, and I was so fucking shocked. To onlookers, you might appear lost. You're not lost. You're exploring. I love that so much. I don't know where I heard it before, but I did hear it before. But I loved it so much. It felt, and hearing him specifically say it, it felt like a friend giving you advice. It didn't feel like a celebrity writing a book as a money grab and not even half the time having actually written the book and having a ghostwriter write the book and they're just like signing and getting their fucking check. It felt like, I believe he wrote this. He 100% fucking wrote it, especially after hearing him like audio book it, narrated, there you go. He 100% wrote it, and it felt like a dude, your friend giving you an advice. Like, I love that so much. That stuck with me. I don't know, like, I feel so weird talking about this. I was not expecting this book to come out of this man. It wasn't the best self-help book that I've ever read in my entire life. I don't like self-help books like that at all, even. But I don't mind it at all. They're like, literally, it feels like you're sitting with a friend and they're telling you what worked for them and basic things you gotta do and change, like giving you advice, telling you this is how I did this is how this worked for me, this is what worked for me, and this is what did not work for me. Yeah, it gets a little bit too cocky and too pretentious, yes. Like, at the same time, man done it. My man did it. He's not like, I'm like cocky for not, he did it, and it like doesn't come off as a bad way. It comes off instead as funny, in a good way, actually. Plus, something that I also absolutely love, the cockiness in each chapter. Even like every chapter starts with a little bit of cockiness, a little bit of pretentiousness, but it lasts for like 20 seconds and then he flips it to us, the reader, which is something that I loved so much. It felt like we are the star of the show and not him telling us, I'm a millionaire and this is how I did it and blah, 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 blah. I'm a millionaire and I get this and I get that, like every 2 seconds. But no, it feels like we are the star of the show. Like, he talks about himself for a little bit and then he immediately flips it and he's just like, you can do this, you're this and you're that and blah, blah, blah. You know, like, he literally like puts you on a pedestal, and I like that. What I didn't expect at all is to actually like this. I don't know who I am. I don't know who is she. I don't know. I did not expect to like this. I didn't even know this man wrote a book. He wrote like 13 books, and I don't mind them. I don't mind them at all. None of this felt harmful. I've read so many self-help, preachy, manifesty books that felt harmful to mental health, to mentally unstable people, including myself. It just felt off, and this didn't. This truly felt like a friend giving you advice, and I liked it. If I were to recommend a self-help book, it would be this one. I actually gave it 3 stars. It was like 2.5 or 3, and that's incredible for a self-help book for me, because I don't like this shit. Yeah, I didn't think that I would ever be here and be like, Russ wrote such a great book. Here I am. It was cool and decent. Okay, I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you next video. Bye.